Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rose and I am on a debt-free journey because I need financial peace of mind. I believe it's full time that I stop paying all these credit card interest, loan interest, and car payments with all these high interest rates. So the month of May is in the books and I want to share my progress for the month with you all today. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, I want to thank all my new subscribers. Thank you for reviewing my channel, for listening to my content, and for making the decision to join me on my journey. Thank you. All right, so let's dive into today's video. All right, so you are looking at my debt comparison worksheet for quarter two. Um, so I'll be going over the month of May, and let's start with phase one, which includes with all my credit cards. So there are a total of 12 credit cards. Started the month of May with with $13,886.39 in total credit card debts. All right. For Ashley Furniture, I started the month with $549.42. Minimum payment was made, and of that minimum $30 minimum payment, $13.91 went directly towards interest. So the balance that I'm starting the month of June is going to be $533.34. All right, number two is my Amex Blue Cash card. And I started May with $119.82. Minimum payment was $40 and interest was paid at $3.57. So my balance on that card that I'm starting June is $82.57. Um, Credit card number three is my Amex Delta card, and the balance on that card for the month of May was $393.18. Minimum payment was met for $40. $10.04 went directly toward interest. Started the month of June with $363.39. Best Buy number one, $446.79 was the balance in May. I paid $30.20. There's no interest on this account because on this is on a promotional repayment. I don't remember the exact term right now, but I have to pay this off by December 13th of 2024. So I do have a little time to pay this card with no interest. And I'm keeping this here because I do not want to forget the date that I need to close this account. For PayPal number two, balance was $578.41 starting in May. Monthly payment of $41 was met, and of that $41, $14.75 went directly toward interest. Moving along to number six, which is Home Depot, $399.03 was the balance. I paid $29, and of that $29, $9.30 was paid towards interest. I did make a purchase on my Home Depot card to get some home supplies. So that purchase amount was $255.69. So that card balance has been increased to $638.69. I honestly did not want to use this card, but money was low in May, so I just had to use that card to get the supplies that I needed. My PayPal Mastercard balance was for May was $664.90. We paid $35. $17.51 went directly to interest, and there was a charge of $12.95 on this card. Um, of this For this $12.95, one of my subscription is linked to this card that I need to change, and I bought two chairs from my job that I had to pay through PayPal. So I just used my PayPal card to pay that for $5 and some change. So my total starting for the month of June, $660.09. My PayPal credit number one, total balance for the month of May was $1,119.49. This one I do not pay interest on, so the minimum payment of $68 was met, leaving a balance of $1,051.49 for the month of June. Discover, which is the card with the highest balance on it, started the month of May with $6,366.88. Minimum payment was met for $167, and interest of that payment, $146.15, was interest charge. All right, so I started the month of June with a balance of $6,341.34. My Macy's card, which is another card that I did um, charge something on because I needed something for my move again for my new home, and I started the month of May with $1,117.01. I paid $41.96. Interest charge was $29.96. The purchase amount was $234.93. So that increased my balance to $1,343.29. My Affirm balance $404.60. This as a fixed interest rate, and I do not remember how much interest rate was, but the monthly payment is $101.14, and the balance that is $303.46, and we have three payments left on this account. Three payments remaining. Okay. And the last credit card is Best Buy number two. And we started the month with $2,305.27. We made the minimum payment for $45. $21.15 went directly towards interest. We're starting the month of June with $2,281.55. For this Best Buy card, there is a promotional offer on it as well. We have $376.05, no interest if paid by January 28th of 2025, and $1,107.43, no interest if paid by February 28th of 2025. And again, I'm keeping these dates here as a reminder because I do not want to forget about these. So I need to make preparations for these. And as soon as I'm back on level terms, then I'll be able to see how best that I can evenly split the payment so that um, I can meet these deadlines or pay off the bills, the credit card before these two final dates. All right, so total credit card for the month of May, we started with $14,464.80. Total payment made for the month was $668.30. Total interest payment was $266.34. $503.57 new purchase. And we're starting the month of June with $14,567.45. um, which is over $100 increase. I honestly didn't want to use the credit card, but sometimes life gets in the way, so just have to do that for now. But moving forward, I definitely am going to stick to my plan and not use the credit cards. All right, so moving along to phase two of my debt repayment plan. And phase two of my debt repayment is to pay off my cars or both cars. So for car number one, we started the month with a balance of $11,076.22. The the payment was made for $488.39. For some reason, this servicer do not post the amount for interest, so I wasn't able to capture that. Um, with that payment being met, the balance for June is $10,742.58. Car number two, we started the month of May 19,144 and 30 cents. Minimum the payment was met for $461.88. Of that 461.88, the interest amount was $145.71. Um, the balance to date is $18,831.39. Because I have the cars on the split pay method, I am saving just a little bit when it comes to interest. So if you do not have some of your bigger bills on the split pay method, once again, I am encouraging you guys to consider using the split pay method. Total car loan for the month of May was $30,220.52. Total amount paid was $950.27. Um, the total interest that I was able to capture for the car phase two is $145.71. All right, so phase three of my debt repayment is going to be my two personal loans. We started the month of May with 30,193 and 24 cents for loan number one. The minimum payment was met for $1,240.73. And of that minimum payment, $688.84 was purely interest. $688.84. Okay. For personal loan number two, 25,600, and the payment of $766.32 was met, and of that $700, $637.07 went directly to interest. Um, so for the month of May, the total personal loan was $55,793.24. Total payment made was $2,007.05. And of that payment, $1,325.91 went directly to interest. And now that I've included the interest in the review, I am more motivated now to pay off these accounts because this is a lot of money going directly to interest. This is money that we could have been saving towards something else. So I am more motivated to get these accounts paid off. All right, so for the month of May, we paid $3,625.62 in minimum payments. However, $1,737.96 went directly to interest. We charged $503.57. So we are starting the month of June with 55,000. No, we are starting the month of June with $99,456.63 in credit card in debts, inclusive of credit cards, cars, and personal loans. All right, so we are finally outside of the 100,000 mark, and hopefully we keep trending downwards. That's what I'm rooting for, that's what I'm aiming for, to keep going downwards. So for the month of May, there wasn't any major wins, but we must celebrate whatever we got to pay, whether it's your minimum payment or you were able to do some extra debt payment. Um, Even though I didn't close any account for the month of May, but some I was able to reduce the balance from over 100,000 to 99,000. So that's in it, that in and of itself is to me an accomplishment and should be celebrated, should be rewarded as well. So for the month of June, we are already in the month of June, and the month of June is also the last month for quarter two. So my goal for the month of June is to um, remain focused on paying down the credit card debts. I am aiming to close my Amex card, and I'm aiming to close out this Affirm card that I should have closed a couple months ago, but I didn't. So these two cards are my aim, and if I can add another card, that would be great. But I'm aiming for those two for the month of June. All right. So remember that you guys are on this journey with me. So if you have any tips, any tricks, anything that you'd like to share, please leave them down in the comment below. Because remember, we're in this together. You help me, and I will help you. All right. So there you have it. Another month of Rose Debt Free Train. So thank you for joining me on this journey. Thank you again to my new subscribers. And if you are just visiting for the first time and you enjoy this content, if you want to join me on this journey, don't forget to subscribe so that you will never miss another update on my debt-free journey. And if you are on your own debt-free journey, I'm going to encourage you to stay focused, stay motivated, and keep working towards your financial goal. So with all that being said, thank you again and see you later.